Hello everybody. Tonight is Bunkie Life behind the scenes. It's going to be a fun stream, probably a touching stream. We have a special guest. You're a special guest. You can't. We'll come to you later. To you, the world is such a warm and undiscovered place. You greet the world with open arms and spaghetti on your face. I read you fairy tales and I grasp for something I've misplaced. But Julia, our time grows short. You gotta be in bed by 8. Well, Julia, it's time for bed. Don't do as I've done, do as I've said. You say your prayers, and I'll say mine too. That only my good will get passed on to you. Well, I thought your dad was rushing things when he first told me about you. We're still kids ourselves, I thought, and for me, I guess that's still true. But now I see our friendship changing into something new. I'm stuck between a boy and the man your father's turned into. Well, Julia, it's time for bed. Don't do as I've done, do as I've said. You say your prayers, and I'll say mine too. That only my good will get passed on to you. Show me your perfect world again. We'll close our eyes together and pretend that life is something we can understand. Julia, try not to grow up if you can. It's time for bed. Oh, don't do as I've done, do as I've said. You say your prayers, and I'll say mine too. That only my good will get passed on to you. That only my good get passed on to you. Welcome to the stream. We'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Hi, I'm David Fraser, founder of Bunkie Life. We're in the building industry, but what we're famous for are small log cabins called Bunkies that can be easily built in a weekend without a permit or a second mortgage. Ultimately, we help our clients create extra space for more meaningful connection. Yes, we help our clients get a cool bunkie. But if you think it's just about the bunkie, you've already missed the point. Really what this is about is creating the space and time for more meaningful connection, and having a bunkie is just part of that journey. It's not just about the space, it's about what happens in the space, how it enables more connection. It allows you to spend that quality time with family and friends. It allows you to be there for each other in both senses of the phrase. We are the market leaders in educational videos and content, and we also provide an easy to build or built for you bunkie kit that enables people to have more space to connect. The bunkie is often the difference between that friend or family member coming or not, being there for each other or not. The reason we do this is because we believe family comes first, and when it comes to being there for each other, there are no do-overs. That's one of the reasons we've decided to partner with Ronald McDonald House Charities of Canada. in their goal of keeping families close. Because ultimately, we want to bring about a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. I get up every morning excited to help families create extra space for meaningful connection. Thanks for listening, and can't wait to hear from you.
All right, everybody. Well, welcome to tonight's live stream. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be really a relatively short agenda tonight. So this is my special guest. Obviously, I'm David Fraser, owner of Bunkie Life.
I'm Evie Fraser, future owner of Bunkie Life.
Evie Fraser, future owner of Bunkie Life. And Evie, how old are you now?
I am 8.
She's 8 years old. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to remind you about the sale that's happening starting on Sunday. As all of you know, if you've been tuning in, this Sunday we're announcing the winner of our Win 2 Bunkies contest. The winners, I should say. So we'll announce that on Sunday night, and then our sale kicks off. So it's going to go from the 20th to the 27th, exactly 1 week. It's always our biggest sale of the year, and it's going to be really fun. Also on Thursday, this will be our second last live stream before the contest closes. So tonight is all about kind of behind the scenes, our story. But Thursday night is three huge surprise announcements.
That is so cool.
Very cool. Okay, so let's talk a tiny bit about the sale. So basically, this is our Epic Winter Sale 2022. We're doing. Well, I can't tell you all the details, but it's going to be really, really epic. And here's a few reasons. If you're thinking, if you're just here for the free stuff, if you're just here for the to win a free bunkie, totally fine, no pressure. But if you're thinking, this might make sense for our family, this might make sense for our situation, let me give you a few reasons why you should order a bunkie now. Okay? Because I know it's February, it's cold, but spring's coming sooner than you think, right, Evie? Yeah.
Freezing out.
Okay, let's do it. So we got number 1, bunkies are awesome. That's reason number 1. Number 2, you want to be first in line. As of right now, we're kind of booking for late spring, spring, basically, end of spring, summer, even in some cases, some models, even, summer. So
I don't think it's so cold.
It's so cold. So what if you don't want it right now? Well, if you book it now, it'll be ready to go for you by the spring. Cool. You don't have to take it right away. Because
it's really cold out. I would not want to.
It's not fun to build a bunkie in February, but it is fun to build it in April.
Yep.
Or May. So.
Or June.
Also, you know how the world's been working lately, which is to say it is not working. And so, last year we had people that kind of waited until May to try to get their bunkie, and by then time, we're talking about August, September, or next year. So
September's my birthday month.
September is your birthday month, but it's a little bit late in the year. You might want to get, if you want to get a full summer use.
You're taking September off.
You're taking September off?
Well, you are.
You're taking the whole month off?
You're taking my birthday.
I'll take your birthday off, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, order now to avoid those delays or even missing out. And also, a good huge thing that is very relevant now is you get to lock in your price. If you book your bunkie now, then no matter what happens to the price of lumber, you have your cost down. You know what's going to cost you. And that's huge.
Oh, yeah.
And as we'll
How
talk...
much are these bunkies?
Well, they range in price from about $6,000 to about $14,000 as a rough overview. Yeah.
Ooh.
And as we'll talk about in just a few minutes, you can get to be part of something bigger when you sign on with Bunkie Life. And that's kind of my reasoning. This is not a sales pitch, but I thought I would let you guys know about those reasonings. And let's talk a little bit about who we are. And maybe you can put in your 2 senses here as well.
What do you mean?
What is Bunkie Life all about? Let's go into that. Okay.
A family is about time with family.
Okay, well, let's get into it. So let me share my screen here, and I'll do a quick presentation here.
Is this the one where we threw all the cards and it's?
This is the one where we threw the cards. Yeah.
So much fun.
This is all about the Bunkie Life story. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about us. So, this is Evie when she was maybe 4 maybe. Bunkie Life is ultimately
looks like
about.
I was 3.
Yeah, I say 3-ish. So Bunkie Life is family life. We're a family business located in Erin, Ontario, which is kind of just outside Toronto, and we ship now Canada-wide. A couple things we're proud of. We've been on HGTV. We've been.
This grandpa.
That's me and Carrie and Sebastian from Family Home Overhaul and a few other HGTV shows. He's a kind of a TV star, we'll say.
Why don't you tell me anybody?
Well, I'm telling you now.
Okay.
And we've also been on CTV a couple times, and also just more recently on Dragon's Den.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, we published a book called Bunkie Life Extra Space. It's all about, our family story, which we'll go into a little bit, and also, the how to build a bunkie, how to do a foundation, how to do a roof. It's all the how-to that I've learned over the last
Can I have
5
one?
years. Yeah, I've got a book if you want one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I'll even sign it for you.
I think I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. And also, we have little Bunkie Life connection cards, which are like a standard set of playing cards, but they also double as a conversational starter and kind of jog questions. There's 52 cards and 52 different questions. We've done that before we go on vacation, right? Mm-hmm. It's really fun to get chatting going. And also, as of this past year, we've raised over $100,000 for Ronald McDonald House, and we've completed a bunch of Make-A-Wish builds for different families.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Stan.
That's Ethan. That's Ethan.
Oh, I can't remember all
Yeah.
these.
You had met him.
So
Remember Sarah and
many
Ethan?
people.
Yeah, super nice guy. And ultimately, what we're really proudest of is the success of our Bunkie Life clients. They've all used their Bunkie in their own unique way to create meaningful connection with people in their lives.
If I had a Bunky, I'd probably fill it full of toys.
Yeah, for like their toy storage in Evie's case.
Yeah.
So how do we start? As Francis Drake says, great things have small beginnings. Essentially, we live in Erin, Ontario, and we were just running out of places to put people after Evie came. This is actually, I think that's you, Evie, in that photo.
Yeah,
When you were
there's
little.
me.
Yep. So when you came along, it was like, where are we going to put your grandparents? Because my mom and dad live about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away. Carrie's parents lived about 3-4 hours away. And where we're going to put everybody. So we built our very first Bunkie in 2015.
15?
Yes, that was the same year you were born, I believe. No, that was 2 years before you were born. Yeah, so anyways, Evie came along, we built this. And right away I started renting my Bunkie out on Airbnb, and then people were raving about it, so I built more. Don't do that, please. It's a weird sound. So yeah, we started renting them out. People loved them, and then of course the next thing was let's make them for other people. So we started in 2017 with a dream. We want to help create a world where families everywhere have a place to unite, unwind, and unplug. And we've taken that, and now it's a coast to coast across Canada phenomenon. Yeah, go for it. So here's who we help. We help a wide variety of Canadians, but I find our kind of the sweet spot of who we serve are busy, hardworking, small business owners, professionals who own a cottage. And the story we hear every day is, my cottage is not getting bigger, but my family is getting bigger. What can we do? And so our clients come to us with 3 major problems, the same 3 problems that our family had. Number 1, they don't have enough space, which leads to them feeling cramped, disappointed, even embarrassed. And that family escape becomes a bone of contention. Only so many people can come and visit the cottage. And so a lot of times they don't come, or they end up cutting their stay really short, which is kind of sad when you have this cottage that you want to kind of share with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Grandma and Grandpa come, I want them to stay forever.
Yes, exactly. So our clients suffer like I did from not enough information. What's possible? What permits do we need? Should we renovate? Should we renovate our house? Should we add a bedroom? Should we get a cottage? What should we do, right? So most people end up doing nothing.
I just saw you put up the Skittles.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, so all this culminates in having not enough time with the people.
Not enough time to eat Skittles?
Not enough time to eat Skittles with the people that matter most. That's what I'm trying to say. The reality is that the moments of connection we have with our kids and with our grandkids are very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our kids and grandkids are growing up. I honestly remember when you could just go on my shoulders and you weighed 10 pounds. I remember that like yesterday.
And now I'm like 50 to 60 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. You're almost as tall. You're taller than me now.
But I'm 8.
No, you're not taller.
I'm standing on steps too.
Okay, well,
How's that?
it's a trick. It's a trick.
Not bad.
But so the Skittles are there to remind us this. So I read this once that, by the time our kids reach 18, we've spent a huge portion of the time we'll ever spend with them. So if let's pretend every hour we spend together is represented by a Skittle or 2, mm-hmm. right? Every moment we spend together. Mm-hmm. By the time you turn 18, we will have spent all the time we'll ever spend with each other except 2 Skittles.
What?
So if every moment in time we have to spend together is represented by a Skittle and a pack of Skittles, we've eaten all the candy except 2 Skittles by the time you turn 18 if we're talking about time together.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's something that we got to grab a hold of, guys, because our kids and our grandkids do grow up fast. So here's how we help. As you probably have realized if you've been watching these videos, we strive to be the market leaders in
Is that like Roblox?
helpful information.
Is that like Roblox?
It looks a little bit Robloxy, doesn't it? Yeah. And we want to guide people through the building process, the learning process. Our goal as Bunkie Life is to be the helpful, trusted, go-to advice for people looking at building a bunkie, whether you end up buying from us or not. Obviously, we prefer if you buy from us. Obviously, I think we have the best bunkie in the world. But either way, we want to make sure that people learn about what their options are. And then, of course, we have our easy to build bunkie kit. Beautiful on the inside and out. Easily built in a weekend without needing a permit in most places in Canada or a second mortgage. And it's made in Canada.
The picture looks so small, but in real life, guys, that picture is huge.
That is true. The pictures do not really do the bunkies justice, do they?
They just look so cute.
They're cutesy and they're great, but in real life,
Can I put those in my room?
What's that? The pictures?
Can I put that in my room?
Yeah. So, and then we also offer we can connect you with our list of bunkie installers that can handle everything for you.
But of course you have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's the cost. But for some people, they have more time than, or more money than time, and some people have more time than money, and I understand that a lot more now. So it's something that kind of as is. You can use 3 seasons of the year, and if you add a little bit of installation, a little bit of work, you can bring it up to almost a year-round bunkie experience. So,
by the way, if you don't do it for like a month, it'll rot.
If you
leave it out in the yard and you haven't opened it and it's just
you want to make sure you build it.
Then it will rot.
Okay, yeah, build your bunkie within a few months. So ultimately we give people their quality time back, right, with the people that matter most. Because really we're in the business of helping people create extra space for meaningful connection. A lot of people think it's all about the bunkie, and that's part of it, but the bunkie's kind of the vehicle or the way that we get people their quality time back. It's about what happens in the bunkie and the connection that the bunkie creates. And then a big part of our value proposition is we have a really great and very supportive growing Bunkie Life community. So there's volunteer opportunities. In normal non-COVID times, we have Make-A-Wish builds where people can volunteer and come help in different ways. We have in-person events like the Bunkie Life barbecue. And we're all kind of teaming up to give together. We also have a really thriving private community on Facebook of over 800, I think, roughly Bunkie Lifers now, where everyone can share information and tips and tricks, and it's a really uplifting thing. Now, why do we do this? This is where I'd like to kind of tell a little bit about our family story. So I've told the story a few times. The first time I told it, it was the scariest thing I think I ever did. But for those of you who have seen us tell the story before, or for those of you who watched our Dragon's Den pitch, Carrie and I kind of went into a rough version of it. But someone wrote us this the other day. They said, it'd be really interesting to get that story from your kid's perspective, right? And so I thought it'd be cool to have Evie come and talk with us. So this is kind of there's some sadness to it, but there's ultimately, I think we've, managed to swing it around for good. So let me tell you the story. So, yeah, we can tell them that. True. We'll tell them at the end. That'll be a fun thing to say. So, okay. So, as some of you guys know, Carrie and I own the business, and basically we started it in 2017, 18. And that was kind of the beginning of Bunkie Life. And prior to that point, we had Evie. Evie was, at that point, very young, very glamorous.
With my best friend, Lucas.
Yeah, and she had friends and all the good stuff, and she was very young. And we always had this dream of having a big family. So we had Evie, no problems, no issues. It was just fantastic. And, a few years went by, and we thought, maybe it's time to, add a brother or sister to the mix, right? And so, we were really excited that we were pregnant again in kind of 2017. And we were really, hopeful, or sorry, this is not 2017, but basically after he was born. So about 6-7 weeks into the pregnancy, we found out that the baby had died, miscarriage. And it was very sad thing to go through, and especially to watch Carrie go through it. People told us, this is a normal average thing that happens to lots of people. People don't really like to talk about it, but it does happen. And it's something that lots of couples experience. And we were relatively young at the time. So, everyone's advice was just try again. So we kind of collected our composure, and we tried again, got pregnant again pretty fast, and we lost baby number 2. At this point, it felt like a trend. So, we were kind of searching for answers. And at this point, the doctors kind of suggested, take aspirin, take progesterone, a few kind of minor medications, and try again. So we tried again, and that's when we had Hope, which is Evie's sister, who's now 5. And she's just a wonderful kid. And so we kind of thought, okay, our dream of a big family is coming together here. And we had the solution for what seemed to be the problem of miscarriages. And so a few years went by, and it's like, oh, it's time for, try for baby number 3. And so we got on the aspirin, we got on the progesterone, we got pregnant again. Very, very exciting. And I remember this very distinctly. I don't know if you'll remember this as well, Evie. So it was New Year's Eve, 2017. And this is just when Bunkie Life was getting started, and so much was going on. And at that point, we were running, our main income was running a wedding band. So we were wedding entertainers. And on New Year's Eve, Carrie had this home Doppler thing because she was a little bit freaked out about the babies because we had lost 2 babies. So she had this home Doppler thing, and she was searching for the baby's heartbeat. And we were scheduled to play a wedding on New Year's Eve. And so she's and at this point I think we're about 16, 17 weeks along. So we're pretty far along. We'd told everybody, yeah, we're having this baby. We're really excited. And she couldn't find the baby's heartbeat with a little home Doppler. So on about 3-4 hours prior to the wedding that I was going to go play, we went to that 3D ultrasound place because we couldn't get into a normal doctor. It was like New Year's Eve. And we had to go to this 3D ultrasound place to figure out what's going on, And do you remember this place? We drove it, you were in the car, Hope was in the car, and we went in, and this 3D ultrasound place is kind of the place where you pay out of pocket. And it's really, it's all about upselling people.
I do not remember this.
And they had little bears. They had bears that you could buy, and it would record the sound of your baby's heartbeat. And then the bear would play the baby's heartbeat. So we went into this waiting room, and we were all together because we had to go do it all together and I had to be there for Carrie. And the person kind of scanned for the baby's heartbeat and didn't hear anything. And of course, they can't say what's happened because they're, somebody making $20 an hour. They're not trained, they're not a medical professional. They're just like a person with a wand. And so they were like, okay, well, go talk to your doctor. But we knew what the truth was. And I don't know if you remember this, but Evie was really like, I want this bear. Do you remember this at all? He's like, I want the bear. I want a bear, right? And we're just like, we can't get you a bear. And one of the hardest things of going through this process was the feeling of having to keep it together because we have 2 kids that need us and need us to be emotionally there. We've got another kid. Mommy's sad. Okay, come on. Mommy's sad. Okay, well, here's Declan, our third one, which is the happy, uplifting end of the story. Maybe we'll skip it.
Very, very, very. She never goes to bed.
Never goes to bed.
If someone
Should be in bed, but
if
is not in
somebody
bed.
does not play bad cop with her, she will never go to bed. She will stay up all night and play.
Yeah. So, anyways, long story short, New Year's Day 2018. Let's play with this.
I'll put this.
Okay, you go down and play with it. Okay. So, so we lost baby number 3, first day of 2018. And one of the hardest things I ever had to go through, watching Carrie go through it, and like I said, trying to keep everything together for the 2 kids we did have.
And here comes another person.
There's another person this impromptu live stream sneaking down. So we're getting the right tone. The tone is perfect for this, eh? Like there's sad, there's goofy.
And then at the end, there's people sneaking into the room.
Yeah. So this is baby number 3 that we'd lost, relatively far along, which is nothing I would wish upon anyone. And at this point, the doctors don't know what to do. They're like, what can we try? And their advice was, we don't know what's wrong. We had a ton of testing at this point. And the conclusion they came was, if you guys want to try again, try again. So we tried again that year. And July of that year, we lost baby number 4. And this is by far, I think, the lowest point in my life. It was just, so hard to watch mom have to deal with that, and so hard to be with the family, but it's still in my mind, it was like we're trying to solve this problem, and it was really, really sad.
And then,
Well, that's the happy end of the story. So so a lot of people are saying, guys, maybe 2 kids is enough, maybe you guys should kind of haul in. And we thought about it, prayed about it. We talked to some other friends that had been in real dire situations like us. And one of the things that really stuck with me was some of our friends that, I was saying, we're really struggling with this, and we want more kids. We want to, add to our family. We want to do that. And yet I feel like I can't keep myself together. I can't go out and do this and can't go and build these Bunkies. This is when it was just me. It was just me and Heather. It was all the whole Bunkie Life business. So I was building all the Bunkies and traveling, and it's just like some mornings I just would not want to get out of bed. And I remember my one friend said, Dave, this is a friend that had lost a number of babies. Him and his wife had lost a number of babies themselves and had been through it. And I remember he said, Dave, what do you think those babies that died would say to you if they could? Do you think they would say, we want you to give up and just lie down in the grave with us? I think they would say something like,
keep on trying.
Yeah, Daddy, we can't go out there and comfort your mother or our mother. We can't go out there and play with our sister or our sisters. We can't feel the sunshine on our face. We can't go out and experience the fullness of life, but you can. And I remember praying, God, how are you going to use this for our good? How are you going to turn this, what feels like a hopeless, terrible situation, into something good? How are you going to redeem this? And so we gathered up our courage and we tried one more time. This was very much like, this is our last try. And in the middle of this, Carrie kind of self-diagnosed with, there was actually genetic testing involved, but we figured out that she had this kind of rare blood condition. It was technically a blood cancer, but not she's going to die anytime soon cancer. It was more like something that could be managed for the rest of her life. And I found this out in the middle of the pregnancy, and she got the right medicine, and she's one of 12 people that have ever been diagnosed with this while being pregnant.
And then we had that cute chubby baby.
Then we had that cute, not so much chubby. She's getting less chubby now.
Yeah, but she's really, really heavy.
Yeah, she's
and really, really crazy.
Yeah, so we had Declan in January of 2020, and it's just been such a joy and such a remarkable experience. So
Tell him that mom's pregnant.
no, we can't tell him that. We'll tell him that later. Yeah, but you might have heard that anyways because you're not a great whisperer. Yeah, so that that's kind of the story. And looking back on it, I don't think we could have gone through that experience without having Grandma and Grandpa and Nan and Granddad drop what they were doing and come and stay with us. Because it wasn't just one moment of grieving. It was like kind of like years of dealing with different levels of grief and different waves of grief. And so the bunkie in our backyard kind of became this little crash pad for my mom and dad, especially, and Carrie's parents came up and they would come and visit us and just hang out with the kids to give us a chance to get a few minutes to have a conversation. And they'd come and just kind of sit with us while we were going through this. And it made all the difference, just having family come alongside us. And so, we realized that we had built our own little private Ronald McDonald house in our backyard, and we didn't even realize it. The Ronald McDonald House Charities is known for their mission of keeping families close. And that's exactly what the Bunkie did for us. Our family could come, they could stay in the Bunkie. They're right there if we need us. And it enabled us to have the space for them to come. So when I say the Bunkie made all the difference for our family, I literally made it for our family. It really did impact our family in a huge way. So one thing that we've done since 2020, when I first told this story and first kind of put it out there, is we made a decision as a company that for part of our mission is to help other families that are going through crises. So I wrote a book called the Bunkie Life Extra Space Book that you may have heard of, and maybe even have a few chapters for free. And so the proceeds of that book, if you buy that book, all the proceeds go to Ronald McDonald House. Also the connection cards, the proceeds from them go to Ronald McDonald House. And we've also made the commitment, and we've kept that commitment. For every bunkie we sell, we'll donate one night stay at a Ronald McDonald House to a family that really needs it in Ontario. What
Eat that.
Okay. really nailing the tone here.
Eating the click thing.
Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of our commitment. So far we've raised over $100,000 for families across the different Ontario chapters of Bunkie Life, and it's been just an amazing thing. It's just I'm overwhelmed every year by the generosity of the Bunkie Life community, and just it's amazing what you can do when you kind of maybe take a story that feels vulnerable, feels sad, and it is sad, but you can kind of maybe not you can, but life has a way of redeeming those stories. So that's in a nutshell our story. And I would like to, if you're open to it, I would like to give everyone an opportunity. If there's part of our story that's resonated with you, then I would like to invite you. You can give with us. So there's kind of three ways of doing that. So tonight I like to do kind of a call to action, and it's, if you want, you can give to Ronald McDonald House directly. And if you're on Facebook, you can type all one word, Bunkie Life Gives, and we should start messaging you with some options. Number one, you can just give directly to Ronald McDonald House. It does not matter what the amount is. I don't care if you have $1, it's fine. If you have $2, you can give as little as $1. It's not about the amount. It's ultimately about the spirit of giving. And then you can purchase a bunkie, like I say, we'll donate a night's stay. Or you can purchase the Bunkie Life book. So those are kind of the three options. And if you type Bunkie Life Gives, it'll kind of message you with some options. That's basically it. No, I donated $50 today, and I recorded a video last year of me donating some money as well, just to kind of take you through the process. It's really easy. It'll take you, if you go to bunkielife.com/give, it'll go right to Ronald McDonald's House website. And like I said, the spirit of it is give something. Do something tonight. If you felt motivated by our story, despite Evie's weird faces and eating, then take action. Turn that into action, because I know there's a lot of people out there that have gone through similar situations as us, and they don't talk about it, and there's no outlet for it for a lot of families. And I don't think that's. I think that this could be an outlet, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. So I'll play a quick video of me donating, of how to do it, just so you can kind of walk you through it. But like I said, you got to type Bunkie Life Gives, all one word, no spaces, and it should work. If you're on YouTube though, you'll have to just type in the URL manually, because it won't work on YouTube. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Let's do this video quickly, and we'll come back and say hello. All right, I'm gonna do a quick video here on how to donate to Ronald McDonald House. So what you want to do is you want to type in bunkielife.com/give. That should forward you right to Ronald McDonald House Canada.ca. And we've set up a page here that's just for the Bunkie Life 2021 campaign. And so you want to scroll down here. Last year we gave over $35,000 as a group in the business. And this year the goal is $50,000. I think we can do it. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to start the small snowball that's going to roll down the hill and become an avalanche here. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to do $100. And not 50,000, 100. Start with 100. And then you're going to click next step. Type of donation, whether your personal or business is cool. I'm going to leave a comment, sure. Am I making my donation in honor of someone special? I think yes, but I don't want to complicate it, so I'm just going to put no for now. Then you're going to enter your details here, and then you're going to go to billing information. So, Mr. David Fraser. It's automatically typing everything in for me. Then you go to billing information. You're going to enter your details here. I'm going to skip this I'm going to cut this phase out so you don't see my credit card details. And once that's entered in, you're going to click review and submit. Da, 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 da. Make sure you click I'm not a robot. There you go. It really is that easy. And then the cool thing about this now, unlike previous years, when you give, it'll show, hey, we got $100. So as we do this together, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it'll all be automatically tracked. So very excited about that. All right, that's kind of the idea. So yeah, you know, if you're going to take action, do it tonight, because if you don't do it tonight, you're not going to do it. So I really appreciate you, just how generous the community is. And every year I'm flabbergasted by just the extent that people are willing to show generosity. It's a very Canadian thing to do that. And yeah, thank you very much for entering this contest. We're going to have a couple more live streams. So Thursday is 3 big, huge announcements. They're super positive, at least for us, and hopefully you'll be excited and jazzed about it too. And yeah, that's tonight's presentation. I don't think I'm going to do Q&A tonight, but I wanted to say thanks to the support over all the years. This tune in 2 days, Thursday at 7. It's going to be the culmination of years and like our entire 5 years of work. We're so excited to announce some of that stuff. So I'm going to go over and read everyone's comments as well. So I didn't really read everyone's comments tonight as much as I would have liked to. But I'll go back and I'll try to comment on your comments tonight or tomorrow. Whew. So thank you so much for being part of this, and I look forward to having you as a client, or at least a fellow Bunkie Lifer, in terms of donating together. So tonight's code word is family, and we'll look forward to seeing you in just 2 days. And of course, Sunday at 7, we're going to announce the winner of the contest. So